Right, welcome back, everyone. It's
start with better energy than that, because that you can tell even if you've cut the argument before, you can tell you've had an argument.
I'll tell you what, there's one thing to get someone more energized is by telling them to start with more energy. That's a good way of doing it.
Not more energy, I'm just saying try not to sound like we just had an argument. Okay.
Honestly, mate, I seriously, stop. Don't push my buttons today, honestly.
Okay, in that case, I'll tell you now, you've got something on your lip. Yeah, gone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another podcast.
There we are.
Shut the fuck up, mate. Honestly, back off. What episode is this? 8, 7 or 8?
7 or 8, but 8. I actually think we messed up somewhere down the line.
Well, you get an idea in your head. And then you just think it. The second you said, I think we doubled it up, I went onto our channel. You were sat next to me. I went onto our channel, counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was like, no. You went, oh, okay. And now you think it again. We didn't mess up.
Oh, is that? I didn't turn that mic on.
I didn't either, but...
Well, just in case.
Okay, turn it on then. So yes, as you may or may not have noticed, we've got mics now.
We've got
number
mics
8,
now.
finally got it. They're not ours though, we are borrowing them, but we're testing them out and then hopefully we can get our own. What do you think about that?
Wait, speak.
Hello?
Let's do it again.
Hello?
Why is your number not flashing like mine is?
Yours isn't then.
It's flashing there.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
So are we just going to include that in? Because every time you fucking break character like that.
What do you mean break character?
Well, not break character, but not concentrate on it. Yeah, we keep it in. Hey, that's what this...
the thing is, this isn't really a podcast. This is more of Raw Ho Twins, and that's what you call it, a podcast.
Ho Twins Raw.
Yeah, Ho Twins going at it raw.
Ho Twins Raw. This is the Ho Twins Raw channel.
So that's what this is. So they can see if we're testing, making sure testing. That's all in. It's unedited.
Yeah, I suppose.
Unedited is probably a better word than raw, I think.
HoTwinsRaw.com.
So, yeah, we got mics. I've actually got something that I wanted to say, but it's a shower thought. But it's a really good one. I sort of didn't want to wait.
But why don't we just save it for a video when we do shower thoughts for those videos? I almost really don't want you to say it now.
I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it's good enough.
I low-key don't want you to say it right now.
It definitely isn't good enough for...
Can we just start with some things that's happened in the week, or that we want to talk about from the week first?
Yeah, okay, well, we could talk about the video that we just saw.
What, the video of the guy shitting and pissing in a cup and then drinking it?
Yeah.
I don't think that's good enough for YouTube.
What, you don't think we should talk about the video of a guy pissing and shitting in a
Well,
cup
no,
and
because-
drinking it?
no. Do you remember he literally crouched over the pint glass, shit
Shat in
into
it.
it, then came back, pissed all the way to the
Used the
brink and used
spoon.
a fork, spilled it up and then
Right,
drank
fork.
it.
You were paying
I think it
attention,
was a
were you, to
fork.
the cutlery?
Well, something.
It was
I don't-
long and metal. I don't know.
Anyway, what the point is, I don't think we should talk about it on the
No,
podcast.
I
So,
completely agree. But I actually, because it was too gross because he drank it. That was a bit. That's what we can't talk about.
And then he didn't wipe his ass.
he didn't wipe his. Also, it was on his sofa. It wasn't even
Everything
in
was
the
strange
toilet.
about it.
Yeah, bizarre video.
If I was to do that, it would not be in the living room.
Well, last time I did it, it was in this room. In fact,
Did I have carpet or no carpet at the time?
No. Well, it was over your bed, so it didn't
that's
really
right
make a difference.
I was going to say I didn't want to seep through the floorboards.
No, you didn't have to worry about that. Over the pillowcase, double layer.
That explains my pink eye the other day.
Probably would.
How
long are you going to talk about that for?
Well, okay, I'm gonna.
Hold on, I just saw that this was a little bit like I just pushed it in.
Hello,
So
hello.
don't go tossing that about.
Nah, we're all good. Okay, so actually, what I wanted to talk about, we don't have to go into it deep, but the Billie Eilish thing. You don't have to go into it deep.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it.
I know, but I just think it's nice to acknowledge, and I
Nice.
just think we don't even have to go in deep. I just think we can just say what we think about it.
Okay, what do you think about it?
Or more of what I was just going to sort of point out that we...
Do you want to explain what happened, just for anyone who doesn't?
well, like the Billie Eilish...
They
Eilish,
did have 12 million likes on that photo.
yeah, exactly.
People know.
Billie Eilish with the cover of Vogue. I just think...
Yeah.
Well
But it
done.
wasn't just the cover of... It wasn't just the cover of Vogue. Well, she was the cover of Vogue, but the whole uproar was the fact that she was wearing like lingerie in the photos.
Well, yeah, but you explained what it was. You said explain what it was. So there was a photo of Billie Eilish on the cover of Vogue in like lingerie. What do you call it?
Lingerie, yes.
What?
Lingerie, yeah.
And she...
That's the word, I think. Anyway, have you heard anyone else ever say that on the planet? Lingerie? Have you?
There is What? I can't tell if you're doing that thing. Are you trying to?
I can't tell if you actually think the word's lingerie. You've never heard anyone say lingerie?
Well, no one's ever really said that out loud around me.
Hold on. Have you ever heard of lingerie?
Yeah, mate, obviously.
And how would you spell that?
Mate, okay. Well, they clearly...
yeah, mate. Obviously, I've heard of lingerie.
Okay, it's clearly the same word, but...
Yeah, it is clearly the same
Okay, but
word.
when you read it, do you not say lingerie?
Well, it's not an English word.
Okay, well, there you go then. Anyway, but the whole thing about it,
Did you put a timer on your phone?
Yeah, the whole thing about it was that she always wore baggy clothes and stuff because the whole point, she was like, I don't want to be defined by my body. And it doesn't matter what she looked like. And it was a completely fair, valid point. And then she did this because she had a change of heart or whatever. She just now felt wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And then the internet uproared.
Well, I saw that you would have seen the headline. One of those headline changes where it was like wanting to cover her body, and then it was like crossed out like because she was a literal child.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
She was under 18 for like the most part of it.
But also,
just turned 19.
not also anything to do. Well,
part
of it to do with age, but also it's just completely her choice. That was the thing.
Yeah.
And then everyone fucking got like calling her a hypocrite or whatever, which I just don't see it in really. Also, like I just don't see why anyone cares because it's not them. Do you know what I mean? It's just people that are just I don't know. Anyway, just sort of wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Well, you haven't really spoken about it at all.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, people watching this
don't give a smack about it.
Well, people who watch our channel, I'd assume share similar values, and for that reason, probably just think what you're thinking anyway. So
yeah,
I don't
true.
think there's really much topic for conversation there.
True.
What are you looking?
I mean, obviously we DM'd her and we were like, it's all good. But
Yeah,
she was like,
she respected
thanks,
it.
boys.
We were back and we said, but that's
Yeah, we said double
We
respect.
said we'd
Big
put it on the
respect on
podcast. What are you staring at?
I was staring at you. You
Greasy.
like no, mate. It's honestly, I honestly sometimes I believe that I don't even know what greasy hair looks like because everyone goes, "Oh yeah, my hair's so greasy," and I'm like, not my hair, as in people with
It's
long
when
hair.
it like clumps.
I know, but
It's when it clumps.
clumps or shiny?
Clumps.
Because
Clumps.
no, but listen to me,
There's a
because it's
difference.
not, mate. Because someone's gone, "Oh, my hair's really greasy," and then I look at it and it's shiny, and I thought you want the shine. I don't.
No, there's mate. When I when I wash my hair and I dry it properly, I'll show you what shiny hair looks like. This right now is greasy.
Well, obviously it's clumping.
You see it
because you're-
clumpy?
Yeah, but obviously because you're tying it back.
No. It wouldn't. I promise you, it doesn't do. It won't get into like strands.
Fair. So what's the aim with your hair anyway, mate?
What do you mean?
So like, what's the end goal with that? What are you trying to do?
Probably to look something like Jason Momoa.
Right on.
Well, isn't that the end goal for many lads out there? Really, it's pretty hot.
He's the one that's kind of attractive. The other day, Oscar was describing someone at the gym. We're trying to find out who it was, and it was this lad. And Oscar goes, "Oh yeah, the one that's sort of like nearly the one that's like kind of attractive out of everyone."
In my defense, and I feel bad if any of them watch this. Do you think any of them will?
No, no, you don't actually need to do anything like that.
Well, no, because
you don't need to say anything mean either. Just
well, no, but there's a reason
don't say
why
in your
you
defense.
described him as that.
Well, in your defense, he's the one that you find quite attractive,
No.
and that's that.
It's the one that would be described. Literally the only one that may be
Rude,
described.
mate.
Well, you're rude.
Beauty
Bringing
in
it
the eye
up.
of the holder. I
Well,
wasn't
yeah,
rude.
exactly.
It
Well,
was-
you all knew who I was talking about, so don't be such a hypocrite.
Mate, maybe we've all got the same taste in men.
Well, maybe. Weird that you brought that up.
Well, it was because I commented on it.
Yeah, but it's weird that you brought it up and then didn't let me explain why I said it.
Well, no, I was going to let you explain, but you didn't have to go...
You didn't let me explain.
Well, no, because you could have explained it in a nice way rather than go, I hope none of them watch this because... And then clearly something mean's going to come out of your mouth.
Okay, well...
You could have just said, in my opinion, there was a lad that was more...
But it wasn't in my opinion. It was in all of our opinion. It was how we all understood it.
Well, to be fair, I didn't really get it.
You knew exactly what I was fucking
I didn't
talking
really
about.
get it, mate. Alright, second thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'd move the conversation on.
Okay, lockdown easing, pubs opening.
What, that one?
Well, we got time.
We're rattling through this almost like it's a bit bullet pointy.
Okay.
Try and converse with me, buddy.
Well, I tried doing that and you said, weird that you brought it up.
Well, yeah, weird.
That
isn't a conversation.
It's an anecdote, mate.
You stopped me from talking.
It's an anecdote. I put it
So-
in because it linked, and then you were like weird that you brought it up. So then, and then you stopped, and you
Okay, well, let's try and not stop the flow from this one.
you were the one that stopped.
No,
you
started talking and you said no. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to say that.
Oh my god, Oscar, Do I have to go through it one more time? I didn't say you don't have to talk about it. I said just don't talk about it in a mean way.
You physically stopped me from speaking.
I said, yeah, because you're about to be mean about it. And you don't
need to
have
stop
to be mean
talking
about
'cause
it.
You're embarrassing yourself.
You're telling me to stop talking now. Okay.
Well, talk about...
Bring something then. What
No.
have you got in your notes list that
let's-
you've got to talk about?
Well, I had one at the beginning and you made me put my phone away.
A shower thought that
Well,
we
it
do
was
Monday
actually-
to
it was a topic-
Thursday.
It was a conversation topic.
All right,
actually.
don't bring it then.
No.
No, do it.
No, speak about your pub's opening.
Well, I don't want it to be bullet point for you.
Well,
Too bullet pointy for you.
well, we've already brought it up now, so let's speak about it. You're bringing a weird dynamic to this podcast.
You're
mate.
being very manipulative, Oscar.
You're bringing a weird dynamic.
You're controlling
These
this.
mics have changed us.
You're being very strange about it, mate.
Well, you bought the pub
yeah,
thing.
because I
Say
thought
something about it then.
It would be a nice thing.
Say something
I was
about
like,
it.
it would be a nice topic to talk about, and then you've gone. This is far too bullet pointy for my liking.
Oh my god.
So how do you want me?
Oh my god.
Does everything have to
Should
link?
we come back later?
Does everything have to link?
Seriously, should we come back to this later?
Mate, it's all a joke.
I'm finding it hard to joke with you.
You
right
wound
now.
up.
Huh?
You wound up.
And now he does this. Oh my god.
Mate.
Right. Okay.
Alright, pub's opening it. Do you like it or not?
No, I hate the fact that everything's going back to normal.
Mate, the fact you say
Dumb
that.
question.
The fact you say that, Oscar, because you literally said.
It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
Oscar, mate.
What, you wound up?
Oscar, you literally said
No,
it.
mate, don't go tossing that about
Oscar.
because that everything shakes.
Oscar, you literally said about
It's
how.
just a joke.
Okay, you've made that
I
joke
hope
now.
you're not getting round up by it.
All right, you made that joke. Good. Yeah, nice.
Huh?
Can I
Nice,
continue?
Yeah, thumbs up. Let's go, okay.
You were the one that said you actually were anxious for starting to going out.
Yeah, when they opened.
Exactly. So you could talk about that if you wanted to converse, rather than just going, "Yeah." You.
I was trying to piss you off because
Okay.
you tried pissing me off.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, it's old news. Pub's been open for weeks now.
Not that many weeks. Like 2 or
3 or 4, maybe. When did they open? April.
Yeah, okay, but we haven't
it
spoken
April?
about it beforehand. So do you want to speak about
Was
it
it
now?
April?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But
I
to
think
be
it-
honest, it could just be something that
Yeah,
you're
I mean-
talking about being in now. You could
Yeah,
talk about
pubs
it.
opening a good thing now, in my opinion. Well, always a good thing.
Okay.
Exciting. It was always exciting to go back to the pub.
Okay. I like what you said, but it has sort of killed the conversation, and you were quite adamant on conversing with me.
Cute, interesting though. Point. Well, we actually have quite a. We don't have loads. There are some American viewers though. I don't know how I'm going with that.
What were you going to ask?
Well, it's just the fact that I find it funny how in England, with lockdown and stuff, a huge part of going back to normality is pubs opening. No one speaks about thank God H&M's open again. It's all to do with pubs opening,
Drinking culture in the UK.
and
though,
that
isn't
is
it?
that to me, yeah, and to cultures outside the UK, if you're watching, might not understand why you're even bringing up what's it like to go back to the pub. Do you know what I mean? Because it isn't a thing as much, I don't think. Well, actually, I've never really. Well, I sort of know outside the UK.
Okay.
I sort of got knowledge of it. But I mean, obviously, in England has got a massive drinking culture. So, to us, that's the point of the conversation.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I don't actually know. I would love to have added something. I think that was sort of the point, though, isn't it? That's sort of It is a big thing, a big deal for us, and it probably might not. Well, I suppose you can't go to the pub in America until you're 21.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's another reason why I bought in America. If we've got young viewers, they won't know anyway.
But I suppose that's just sort of different cultures.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. Yeah. You've been doing this thing recently where you've been saying loads and loads of nothing. And
When did I just do that?
huh?
When did I do that?
Well, I don't know. You just sort of speak, and I don't know if anything actually important or useful is coming out of your mouth.
It's when it was like, oh, my stomach rumbling. Did you hear that? You could have heard that actually. It's when like it's when I'm trying to talk about something, and I don't know what I'm about to say. I haven't compiled it, so then I just start sprouting the keywords. I think it's
I'd avoid doing that.
well, I think it's like sort of texting culture. Maybe.
What do you mean by that?
Sort of just abbreviation and quick keywords, snapping.
No.
Snapchat.
Snapchat. I disagree. How do you do a podcast? Is the camera still rolling?
You seem to have quite... Well, actually, is it? Yeah.
I thought you put a timer on.
Yeah, I did, but just making sure. You seem to have quite a good idea about... The idea you brought, actually, about trying to maintain a conversation. It's sort of something we could give a go.
Well, when the person I'm next to goes, I would love to add something to this conversation, but I think what you said is the point.
That is...
It's tough to converse with that.
That is what you said, though. But yeah, but it's tough to converse.
Huh?
Here in my tummy.
I'm peckish as well. Start intermittent fasting, isn't it? Have you done that today?
I haven't eaten today, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Might have that
intermittent
banana right now. Banana in front of the banana. That... I've got a few more things that I wanted to talk about.
Please, let's hear it.
But I thought you wanted to converse.
Well, it seems to be...
Well, okay, is there anything interesting happening in your week this week, firstly? What day is it? Friday. Well, you know damn well that all I do is make videos and go to the gym, don't you? Well, yesterday Romeo and Coda, but it's hard to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can talk about that.
Our friend recently got a German Shepherd X Belgian Malinois. X crossbreed with it. Puppy.
13 weeks.
And for those
should we put a video up or no?
Don't say that shit.
You're editing it as well.
Yeah. Don't say that shit, Oscar. Cause, right. It was a German Shepherd, obviously, a UK police dog, and a Belgian Malinois is like the American police dogs from like Call of Duty. So, are you hearing this?
Yeah, get to it.
Anyway, it was a crossbreed between them, so it was a fucking beast.
But it was so cute.
Real tiny, called Coda.
He was about 2 kilos lighter than our little toy poodle. But even though our toy poodle he's got chunky recently.
Yeah.
And they were rolling, and obviously
they literally were
because he was lighter, he kept getting knocked over. But he was like
hardly.
The little Coda.
It wasn't really. I think it was dog play where he went on his back and stuff, and he just
no. Every now and then he did get knocked, but soon when he's a big motherfucker, a big German Shepherd, he's going to put.
He's going to literally be 5 times the size of Romeo.
I can't wait for it.
But Coda Romeo was on top of him, and Coda managed to grab hold of his ear.
Yeah.
And Romeo tried pulling away, and his ear got yanked.
So
that
sweet.
was fucking cute, man.
So cute.
That is just...
I
love that shit.
Adorable puppy, man. Adorable puppy.
So yeah, that's probably the highlight of my week.
Yeah, well, I think it's the only thing other than gym and videos, isn't it? That we've done.
Suppose. Well, this is angled. I suppose. What was it? Monday. Well, Monday. Why did we film late this week? Did we film late this week?
Because we did the set on Monday, didn't we?
Yes. This first podcast on the new set.
Oh.
For those of you who watch this and don't watch our other videos, which seems unlikely.
It seems very unlikely.
But
this is our new set. No, come on. Anyway, let's say the topic.
Right, okay, well, I just wanted to actually talk about it's a bit more current.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's a bit more current, but also I don't know whether our viewers are interested, but I'm quite interested in it anyway. Initially, I wrote down, I was actually just talking about, it was all among the lines of, what?
I thought it was going to rumble.
Rumble?
I thought I was going to rumble.
Oh. Well, it was like the Jake Paul Askren fight.
Yeah.
And then Jake Paul being a boxer, what's your opinion on it? Logan Paul and Floyd and Logan, who's going to win. Yeah. Along those lines. And then obviously brought that
let's get to that.
Yeah.
Well, you're listing out everything we're going to talk about, and then we're going to move on to this, and then we're going to talk on to that.
Right. Go time.
So let's start from the beginning of the Jake and of the Paul.
Yeah, but also that is quite old news.
But
did it shock you though?
A little bit, to be honest. A little.
The lack of a fight shocked me.
And hey, I'm the last man on the planet to be called sexist, but we have
nothing ever good follows that, mate. That's literally like.
But what I'm saying is, the majority of our viewers are female,
right?
And the majority of that viewers of that fight were male. So I don't know if A, they're going to even know who we're talking about, and B, even if they do know, if
everyone knew. Everyone knows Jake Paul.
I haven't found a girl that cared about that.
That's literally, you can't say shit like that.
That's just to do with statistics.
Yeah, I know, but there's statistics all over the world. Doesn't mean you should have like you going. That's literally like me go. That's literally what you just did was when people go, and I'm not racist, but and then say something. And
well, no,
I'm
no,
not a
it's not,
sexist.
it's not, no,
I'm
it's
not
not,
a
it's not.
sexist.
It's
but
not because me talking on male and female viewpoints on Jake Paul and Ben Askren fighting is nowhere near on the level of talking about race.
no.
So it's not. Like
Okay,
that.
fine.
But,
Well, regardless, what does that mean? You don't want to talk about it?
no, but I just don't know how long we should talk about it for.
Well, it's all I've got left on my notes. So
Okay, well, the Jake Paul Askren fight, yeah, shocked me a little bit. I find it funny how I didn't even realize it didn't cross my mind how everyone instantly jumped to that it was fixed and stuff. I just thought Jake Paul hit him really hard, good spot.
I think you hit him really hard. What?
It did shake his body, like if it was fixed in the sense that Jake Paul just that Askren just left his head open, but he definitely got knocked down.
Yeah, but that's what a fix. That's the argument was that he knocks down and then was out, and then that he probably could have got back up.
Yeah, well, he did, didn't he? The ref sort of was a bit weird about it, actually.
The whole thing was seemed a bit weird to me, just how quick it was. It was
Actually, well, I've got a funny story which isn't really to do with the fight, but I could tell you it was on the fight night.
This will be the 5th time I've heard the story, but go.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't say it just because...
I said go.
Or you can get out of the room. You can actually go and get me a drink or something while I'm talking about
I might eat the banana I was waiting.
Please don't. I don't want to hear.
Well, I wouldn't have the fucking mic next to my mouth whilst I was doing it, mate.
It's just not a nice thing to see being eaten because it's so mushy. Do you know what I mean?
Eddie Hall.
Quite weird, actually. Quite a weird consistency for a fruit.
Bizarre, in fact. Almost like a sponge cake.
And yet, people are so... If you touch a fruit that's sort of that squishy, you wouldn't normally eat it. But,
lie, actually.
well,
Mango, peach.
They're not that squishy. You couldn't go and it mush out.
You could if you had a chunk of mango.
No, it would split eventually. I think you sort of go like that.
A ripe peach would.
Yeah, but exactly, super ripe to the point where you might not even eat it.
Love.
Look, it doesn't mush like that.
Love.
Spongy is sort of the right term. It's a bit weird that we saw that and ate it. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so banana's a weird fruit to eat, I think, in my opinion, actually. But going back to that night, so the fight was at 4 a.m. scheduled about 4 or 5 a.m. in the UK, and I really wanted to watch it for some reason. I'm really obsessed over it.
Sorry, just really quickly, if you've got the mic here and then you do this,
I was like this.
I'm just making sure, but I love where the story's going.
Well, you can have a look at the. If you're ever worried about that, just check.
I don't want to be looking at it, mate. I actually want to be looking at you saying the story. I'm really interested, really engaged. But okay, go.
So what day was it? It was April 17th, I believe. I just gone to bed probably around
off
11.
This is where turn the video off.
Huh?
Well, these long, quiet pauses.
Around 11, I've probably gone to bed. Maybe even earlier, in fact, because it was on that night that Jake Paul and Ben Askren were fighting. So I wanted to wake up for that fight. I wasn't going to stay. It was unrealistic for me to stay up till 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning to watch that. So what I was going to do was set an alarm. And I was going to buy it, but prior to me falling asleep that night, Luke had said that someone was streaming it on their YouTube. And it gave me the idea of just finding a stream on YouTube, which I hadn't ever thought about before, but it seemed to work for
very bizarre.
This fight at least. Anyway, so I went to bed. I set my alarm, and then all of a sudden, alarm goes off. Brilliant, the fight's on tonight. So.
Part of me actually thinks that this is actually quite engaging, the way you're telling the story. I would quite like to, maybe you could just tell a story one day. Read a book, maybe. Anyway,
I could read one of my writings out, actually.
Could do.
Well, maybe. We'll talk about it. Sorry, Lemmy. So the alarm goes off. Brilliant. I said it a little bit early because obviously I didn't want to miss it. It's sort of times are up in the air with boxing, so obviously the undercard, you don't know how long a fight's going to go on for. So anyway, I get the laptop up, and the account that Luca gave me wasn't streaming it. So instantly I was sort of panicked. Do I buy it? Do I try finding some illegal streams? I messaged my friends, actually, but no one seemed to be up to watch it either. And I'm constantly searching over, and then finally I find a YouTube page that's watching it. Brilliant success. So I go on that, and undercards are happening, or maybe yeah. I think an undercard was happening straight away. I start watching that, but it's not who I want to watch. I know there's more undercards coming on, so I actually turn over, go to sleep again for a little bit, set an alarm, and I come back, and the stream had been cancelled. Annoying, so fucking annoying, because obviously it's illegal. People are on it. The stream cancelled. So I find another stream, thankfully, streaming it, and now it's performances. So I thought, oh, brilliant. So now they're leading up to the main fight, because they're like, fucking, I think I don't know if I was dreaming it, but did Ice Cube perform? I don't know. I feel like Ice Cube was there, genuinely, but I don't know if I dreamt that. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I thought I saw Ice Cube.
Wasn't it
Snoop Dogg was
Snoop Dogg and Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber did perform. No, I don't know if Snoop Dogg performed. He was commentating though. Anyway,
I thought he performed. I don't know.
Anyway, so I thought brilliant. But these shows. Doja Cat, I think, was there as well. Doja Cat.
I don't know. I didn't watch any of this part.
And I was like, oh fucking hell, they're still going. So I thought, tell you what, go back to sleep again. Woke up. And what happened? I think we were still on performances. That can't be right. And then all of a sudden, it gets to the first undercard. And it was about 7 a.m. at this point. And what had happened is, I'd gone to sleep, and during the time I'd gone to sleep, the stream had restarted because it had been cut and then restarted from the beginning. Just because it had been deleted. And what had happened is, for 3 hours, I was watching the beginning of the stream.
Did you stay up for the 3 hours?
No, I was in and out of sleep. And then, so then I was like, fuck, they fought. I know they fought now. Because it was about 7 a.m. in the morning, and they'd meant to be fighting about 4 a.m. So I go, fuck, okay, I'll go watch the fight quickly. I was dazed. The whole reason, by the way, I did this is because I desperately didn't want to find out the score. I really wanted to watch the fight, like, without knowing the result.
Oh, really?
And then, well, I cared about that. A lot of people don't care about that.
Yeah, but why else would you be waking up at 4 to do it? That is obvious.
Well, the event? I didn't care about the event. I only wanted to watch the fight. And I go on, I type in Jake Paul, Ben Askren. First thing that comes up, Jake Paul knocks Ben Askren out first round. So I see the result at 7 a.m. And then I watch the video, watch it. It's 30 seconds long, whatever. Brilliant. Then I go to bed. That was too long of a joke.
Actually too long.
But did you enjoy it?
I think I liked it at the beginning, and then I got tired out. But to be honest, if I hadn't have heard that story before, I probably would have liked it. I got to imagine it for someone who hasn't heard that story for 4 times already. I think I would have liked it.
It didn't climax well enough. The point was,
I think you lost track and concentration because you could have emphasised the fact that you were up for 3 hours and you ended up watching the same thing for the 3 hours and then missed it and then
found the result and then I watched the fight and it was only 30 seconds.
And my experience with the fight was sleep, 9 o'clock, wake up, Jake Paul, Ben Askren fought last night. YouTube, Jake Paul, Ben Askren full fight. First video, watched it. Done.
Yeah, in hindsight, probably should have done it, shouldn't I?
Yeah. There was some weird. It was actually. I think I remember thinking how peculiar it was of you to do that.
Yeah.
Because we were driving home and you were like, I'm gonna wake up for sure. I'm gonna wake up for that. And everyone's like, just watch in the morning. You're like, no.
Yeah, I really wanted to see it. I'll definitely do the same for the Floyd and.
Yeah, that's well. far more intriguing than this fight.
So yeah, moving on to that fight. Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul.
Well, what about it?
I think...
Sorry, mate. To be honest with you, you have taken it out of me. Honestly, I feel immensely lethargic right now.
No, genuinely though. So that fight, obviously... I don't think Floyd should have taken it, personally.
I don't know what's going to happen. Like...
Oh, don't you?
No, so many people are so like Floyd stupid for Logan. Logan's got death wish. Like people literally think that Floyd was just
he's gonna knock him out, but Floyd could definitely just win it on points because he just dip.
But it's just bizarre. The size difference is ridiculous. That's the only.
Yeah, but it's not only height; it's like fucking just size
exactly
all round. It's
exactly length,
width, length. Yeah,
and if there's two people that know boxing, it's us. But one thing, I'm just going to move on to it. Basically, fair play to them for getting the fight. Amazing businessman. Like, I don't think it's about the fight for Logan. I think he's saying it is as... to be honest, I don't watch any of his videos, so I don't really know anything. But it has to be a business move. He's just going to be
fucking payday, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It has to just be money. That's it. There's no...
Well, he's fighting Money Mayweather.
Yes, thank you. But the thing is that, like... Fair play.
He's gonna knock out Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd, watch out because the Irish are coming.
Would you get in the ring with
Floyd Mayweather? You can talk all you want.
Mate,
Y'all do.
do you realise that if you're talking whilst I'm talking and you're saying utter shit whilst I'm actually trying to make a point, it would just go like two voices over each other.
Will I get in the ring for money? Yeah, obviously.
With Floyd Mayweather though,
Yeah.
right now, I think he'd kill
I'd be
you.
more likely to get in the ring for money with Floyd Mayweather than fucking Tyson Fury. I don't think he'd kill me.
I think
He'd probably just knock me out pretty quickly, and then I'd just get a load of money.
would you just
I
get
think
knocked
he'd kill
out?
me.
So you're not thinking about getting back up with him.
No.
So you take the first punch and fall.
I'd probably put my gloves up, see what happens,
You thought you throw a few fists.
if I had to. And then...
Well, you're literally in a fight in the ring with him to fight. So yeah, you would have to.
yeah, I'd give it a best shot, but I
think-
probably put a lot of money. He's probably a bit of a better boxer than I am.
I think he's a little bit better, but
So-
the other thing is I actually don't think you'd land any punch on him.
No, probably
I think it would literally be no punch, hit to the head.
I'd go like
Maybe
this.
one.
I'd go like this. I'd go like this, and then I go. I'll tell you what. I try and hit him really, really hard right. I'd go like that. I'd miss, and then you go boom, and I just. Get knocked
I
out.
think you'd go like, and then you knock.
What,
you go
flurry?
You just get a fucking punch on your way down because he's too quick for you.
He's fucking like 50 now.
That is true, but he doesn't seem it one bit.
He's acting a bit childish.
That's
in my
what
opinion,
I
on
would-
the press conference.
Going on to it, well, hold on. Would you? Okay, yeah. Going on to it.
What?
Would you prefer to fight Jake or Logan?
Probably Jake. Oh, I don't know. Probably Jake.
for me,
I
it's-
think Jake is actually the better fighter.
For
though,
me,
out
it's
of the
Jake,
two.
and I don't. Maybe it's because I actually know nothing about boxing, but everyone's saying that Jake's decent. Like, for me, it just doesn't seem it. I think maybe because he's tainting his image with the way he's acting.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. Moving on to Floyd acting a bit childish. For those of you who didn't see it, yesterday was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday,
That was the
Floyd
first press conference for the fight.
first press conference. Jake and Logan was there. What?
What?
Why did you smile at me like
I
that?
don't know.
Okay, Floyd. There was a face off between Floyd and Jake. For some reason, Jake was getting involved, and then Jake was like teasing him, and then grabbed his hat, and was like, got your hat, way." And then Floyd's team fucking jumped him. Floyd was getting in, but Floyd was getting like you expect it from Jake. That's the thing. But to be honest, Floyd. No, it's not. It's birds on the roof.
Is
Floyd.
it?
Yeah, I think so. It's literally 24/7 in this room.
Shut the fuck up. I've never had that in my life. And
What?
I've been, well, it's clearly not 24/7 because I film here all the time.
I
and I've
literally
never
have
had
that every morning.
Yeah, the thing with well, I think what it is that you think just because you're old you mature, but not necessarily. I think he's a cold hard killer. I
Okay.
think what it seems like because he was acting like hard. Do you know what I mean? Like he was going like I'm gonna fucking kill you. And
Yeah,
just,
but-
you're just presuming because because you get to 50 you mature.
No, I'm
and
not.
Like, you
I'm
like,
not. I'm
you
not.
calm down.
I think it was just the way he was sort of like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was just ready to fight because he's a fighter.
Yeah, but I would say if anyone was snapping and biting like that, I don't know. It just sort of seemed a bit.
Yeah, but like you're saying, you expect it from Jake. Why? Because he's young.
No, because he's a knob, and everyone.
Well,
knows.
how do you know what you know Floyd's like?
No, I
Yeah.
suppose, but yeah, you're right.
You just
to
assume.
be honest,
You've
to be
literally
honest,
just
someone
assumed.
said once that someone was like, apparently Floyd always plays a villain as well.
Right, exactly.
So now we've got two villains.
But the
Well,
press
he's not
conference-
fighting Jake. Anyway, the issue is that Jake got jumped, but it was completely like Jake's fault. And then there was basically a big. They called it a big brawl. It was a scuffle.
Well, it
I
probably went on for about a minute.
Yeah, but I didn't
Moving
see.
around.
I didn't see like any like actual punches being thrown.
I
just
think
saw a
shit
lot
went
of
down on
grabbing.
Jake at the beginning.
I just literally saw a lot of grabbing.
Anyway, man. So the press conference, which this is honestly so weird, which I want to bring up. Floyd was being weird, like, so he was up there with Logan. Like Logan was being annoying and stuff anyway, but Floyd. So there's all these jokes about Floyd not being able to like read and stuff, and like because obviously he's been fighting for like 30 years or whatever. And I don't know if it's true or not, but it seemed like that way in the sense that he would just stuff he was saying seemed like he was just nothing linked, and then all of a sudden in the press conference he brought in race. He was like, "This is black v white." Oh no! He was like, "I'm standing up for like the black people." Like, and Logan was like, "Hold on, why are you bringing race into it?" It's not, and then Floyd's like, "Because there always is. It's always about race." And I was like, well, no, that makes it so weird, and it makes it weird for Logan to be like, well, hold on, if he's standing here saying that he's fighting for blacks, for the black community, and it's a fight. It instantly makes it look like Logan's sort of like fighting for white people against black people, and I thought that was bizarre from Floyd. Weird route to take up on stage like that. I also thought the crowd was completely on Logan's side the entire time.
Really?
Yeah, like Logan would make a joke, they all laughed, and like he'd like grab.
It's okay. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
I hate watching press conferences. I'm genuinely yet to see one where I haven't cringed at it. I think
the Conor McGregor ones were pretty good.
When Conor talks.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But there's always a press conference. It would always be the opponent that would say something, and it would just. There's something I like watching
Trash
it because
talking.
Yeah, it's. Is it just me or like no one's good at it
Apart from Conor.
apart from
Conor
maybe he's sort of he's entertaining to watch, and he actually you want to hear what he has to say.
He's actually good at it.
Yeah,
he's not.
I
He's not just like not bad at it.
I hated all the YouTuber ones.
Oh,
Like KSI, Logan Paul, like, it was horrendous. And even with professional fighting, like when like you see like I don't know, Anthony Joshua or whatever, and he's like it's just awful to watch in my opinion. And I see why they do it because obviously it sells the fight because you see this sort of like.
but like you said, people usually come out of press conferences to me with a tainted view.
Yeah, but also the thing
in.
is that I guess it's really hard to trash talk.
Especially
I could
on a
not
crowd,
do it.
A whole live audience.
I fucking hate it when we say shit and then doesn't go down well with one other person like you or me.
What do you mean?
Like if you say something and then I just don't find it funny or whatever, it's awful.
And it's awful.
It's a horrible feeling.
Should we try trash talking now?
I literally couldn't.
Let's say something.
No, I admit I literally couldn't. So that's what I mean. Like imagine having thousands of people watching you and then you have to be like snap back to what they say. It's just impossible. So to be fair, you can't blame them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
what was it that like Askren said that, and then Jake, like the Jake will ask you one, and Jake's just like, ha ha ha. It's just like it doesn't make sense to me.
Yes. Well, it's the life of a performer, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think the route I would take is just almost Askren's route that he took, calm, cool, and not say anything really to embarrass himself.
Honestly, so this is what I was thinking when I was watching the press conference. I was thinking like Floyd literally needs to, because he said something. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm like having lost or whatever. I've like got all this stuff under my belt." And Logan's like, "And you're gonna let a YouTuber take that away from you?" Like, if I was Floyd, like you sort of have to be like, "Mate, have you seen the paycheck here? Why wouldn't I fight this?" Do you know what I mean? He's like, "Look at you, you're like 100 pounds heavier than me."
He said that.
No, but this is what I would say. I'll go, "You're 100 pounds heavier than me. I'm a professional fighter, you're a YouTuber, let's just fight and see what happens."
Yeah, but I think there's an element of like having to be like, believe it in your head as a fighter. To step in and just be like.
He did make a fool of himself though.
He did?
I think they both made fools of themselves. Jake made a fool. Jake's banned from the fight.
Is he? Because of that?
Huh?
Because of last night?
Yeah. Nah, because of the breakfast he ate the day before.
Yeah, you would not be good at trash talk, mate.
Yeah.
Very slow on your feet.
Suck a dick.
Yeah?
What's that?
When you stutter. When you stutter and insult me. Brilliant, mate. You're brilliant. I think we should give it a go. I did do it on purpose. I played up to the
Do you want to give it a go?
I literally couldn't. How would you start?
Well, I need the scenario.
Our fight.
Oh yeah, but so context.
Do you want to talk? It's a very fight-orientated podcast, but do you want to talk about the TikTok versus YouTube fights?
No,
nah,
I don't, because I actually know nothing about it. I saw the
What's
Bryce
your
Hall
opinion on it?
The
What's your opinion on it? You don't have to give me the cards.
Bryce Hall v. Who? That's getting weirdly serious, I think, in my opinion.
Bryce Hall seems like a loose
Cannon
and a bit of a weirdo, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But God, what I would give to live their life.
I would not want to live with
big old mansion.
You have to live with them dancing like that.
Not them. Well, you don't have to dance, mate. You can do your own shit.
Me.
By the way, does that need water in at any point? The leaves are looking a bit limp, in my opinion, aren't they?
Don't know. Maybe gravity. I think partly.
Mate, geotropism.
I would hate to be. I would hate. I would fucking hate to be in the hype house. I actually don't think there could be anything worse. I really don't think
That looked weird, the
Yeah.
way that happened, didn't it?
That was far softer than I was imagining.
Is that fakes? Okay, guys. Can anyone who's watching this far, do we need to replant that? We just got it from the shop. What's that?
It just swallowed it like quicksand.
Maybe it really needed it, but I'm scared it's going to seep through, Gav.
Anyway, this is not interesting
I'm
content.
scared it's going to go into the floorboards.
I think you've got far too. There's too much soil in that.
There's also no way enough room for the poor little roots in that little pot, is there?
That's why I think it's fake. If you ask me,
We're just sat here watering a fake plant.
you did spend 40
5
quid on it.
months. Right.
Right, I think that's a round off.
Yeah, it could be. Hold on. So it's been. Oh fucking hell! It's been long actually.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask something else, but
Well, did you have anything else? I thought
it
you
was
didn't
unrelated.
have
I actually wanted to. I was enjoying talking to you, mate. I wanted to ask you something else. But no, I don't have to. No, that's not. Save it.
Save it for Monday.
Just
wanted to.
Oh.
Maybe we can have a quick little update on the Ho twins. We're going to be looking into releasing some hoodies soon, and I'm very looking forward to doing it. The design is sick. We basically just want to find out a way to put the design onto the hoodie in a quality manner. We are still posting Monday to Friday.
Luca's still got a boring voice.
Still posting Monday to Friday. Shower thoughts Monday to Thursday. Maybe we'll try another eating one soon. That's sort of our go-to.
I actually, I want to do ramen noodles. I
would 100p choke.
just make like a massive bowl of ramen, like,
You
like
have to just
4 or 5 packets, and we just got to smash him. So much salt.
And you have to drink as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that, mate.
Second video, a fucking English breakfast, full English, but big full English, like fucking 5 sausages.
But
Five
that is what
toast.
full competitive eaters do.
Yeah.
But we don't have the stomachs for that. We're not training.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We haven't been challenged yet.
Mate, the popcorn chicken was quite fucking challenging.
I'm over it. In 5 minutes, I was fine.
What? So you want to go for mass? Because low-key, I don't like mass.
We just do like a.
You go mass.
Well, because then it will just be a tap out sort of situation, won't it?
Right. So you're just going who can eat the most.
Yeah. And we do full English, and that'd be good for our non-English.
Why
viewers.
don't we do a 10k challenge then? 10k calorie.
Nah, I really don't want to do that.
Why? Because it will be about 10k in one sitting, and 10k challenges are hard.
Well, if we can make this full English 10k, maybe.
Well, there's no way you could eat it in one sitting though if it's 10k.
Well, that's the point. You fucking try.
But then I was eating 10,000 calories. That's literally like your calories for 3 days.
Well, yeah, you'd have to probably not eat leading up to it, or not eat sort of half leading up to it and half leading out of it. So you sort of don't eat for a day, eat that day, don't eat for another day, and you split. So then those calories are split between 3 days.
No, you have to do it for 3 days after. It would be you eat and then
But
you don't
could.
eat
That's
for 2 days.
unrealistic. You couldn't not eat for 2 days.
I think you could. I think I'd be so full and sick off that.
Also, you're not going to finish the 10,000 calories. Anyway, fucking Nora.
Yeah, anyway, thank you very much for coming in. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, subscribe.
What a long and boring podcast.
Yeah, that was a shitload of nothing. But give us in topics that you want us to talk about, because what we should have done is gone into Twitter and search trending.
I tried that. Nothing really came up.
Did you try it? Mate, good luck for trying though.
But what I like...
Oscar, hey,
the
bro.
main thing to get from this podcast is I like doing them a lot. And I think what we need
is a cameraman 1, cameraman 2, a sound guy, and then giving us fucking different shots.
Fucking finish. Well, yeah, also, a lot of podcasts will have all of the conversations pre-planned.
Yeah.
Like Logan Paul has his producer say everything that he's meant to talk about.
Yeah.
Which would be handy.
Which would be handy if we didn't plan it literally 2 minutes before we sat down.
No, but honestly, what I want, as soon as restrictions allow, is a guest on the podcast. A genuine conversational guest where we can, unedited, talk. Like, for example, so when Molly came on for the videos, how much nicer would it have been to just speak unedited with her about it all?
Yes, I agree. I just think I find it hard to talk to people.
I do.
But yeah,
yeah, man.
love
But
to give
come
it a
on,
go.
hey, I'll be here with you. We both be doing it.
You're
both
right.
giving it a
You're
go.
right.
So yeah, I think, and that shit's allowed soon, isn't it? That's allowed like May 17th, I think.
That's tomorrow.
May 17th is tomorrow.
No. What the heck was that?
So that's the PayPal business, mate. We've got to
Oh,
do the sort of PayPal
yeah.
shit.
Me 17.
Anyway, thanks for coming. If you're still here, you're a real one.
You are a
Sticking to the
fucking
end.
real one.
Peace and love, as always. Take care of each other. Take care of each other. Peace and love. Arrivederci. Mwah.